Today, XRP is looking green. And no, I'm not talking about sustainability or something. I'm talking about the XRP price right now being pretty freaking bullish. If you guys have not seen it, XRP right now is on the verge of retesting our previous high closes. And what I mean with that is the levels that we saw when the conclusion in the lawsuit was reached. Like right now, we got to the highest close of that point. And the long story short is, right now, if we close above this 82-cent line, things might actually spiral completely out of control, because that would mean that XRP right now, on the short term, made itself a higher high. Then again, still, I think you guys can see the pattern in the channel that started to form of just a breakout. It was all massive, okay? A little bit of consolidating, broke towards the downside, found a base, and right now is going from this lower point towards a new higher high, higher low, higher high, potentially a higher low before hopefully making the breakout right here and going absolutely nutty. That's at least what we're looking out for. And as you guys know, I'm still in my trade. It's normally mirrored. Now it's not. So it's always a little bit difficult to find the right place. As you can see right now, we're in 92.32% profit. Now it's already, it's changing a lot. But hopefully you can see we opened the trade at about 92 cents. Right now, 72 cents. Right now, trading at about 78.89. But I'm not closing this one anytime soon because I am so bullish. Now, why are people bullish? We tried to establish this during our live stream a little bit earlier. It could be a multitude of things. One, people are turning against the SEC. It's really starting to become a big movement because people are noticing they can't give the proper answers. They don't attempt to because they're, for some specific reason, trying to keep everything as vague as possible. But on the sideline, right? Since that is happening, the battles are turning against the SEC. The SEC is going to fight an uphill battle for crypto. The only thing is, the reason I don't think that that's causing XRP to do well right now is because if this whole Ripple case is so bullish for other cryptos, they should be pumping. But hopefully you guys are taking a look at the crypto market and you would notice that right now, nothing is really doing well except for XRP, XLM, and HBAR. It's changed up a little bit. Maker is now above, but basically XRP is doing pretty freaking well for itself. HBAR is doing pretty freaking well. Stellar is doing pretty freaking well. But most other cryptocurrencies, especially the top of the top, they're not actually doing that well. Bitcoin is completely stable. Ethereum is completely stable. And so, that argument has faded ever so slightly. Some people pointed out that it might be because Ethereum is being shut down. They're looking into Ethereum right now for it also having security traits. But again, why would that, going after Ethereum, be bullish for XRP? I've said before, the reason I still hold a ton of Ethereum is not because I don't think the SEC might eventually hurt them a little bit. It's actually because I do believe they have got some specific traits that these puppet masters want to keep going. What I mean with that is, I think that if you follow the rules, Ethereum has a lot of security transactions. However, they don't seem to follow the rules. And so from that perspective, I think we're fine. Anyway, before we move on, guys, make sure you press that freaking like button. Let's dive right into everything that's going on because it's going to get even more important. Because one of those things I think that's really causing the price to move, right? Because Ethereum, I really think holding it is smart because they're manipulating it so much. And XRP is being manipulated a lot with, I guess, suppression. They're trying to keep the price down low for some reason, most likely because they know the moment that XRP spikes now, it's going to spiral out of control and it's going to cause all these other cryptos to pump as well. We've seen it in Stellar, we've seen it in HBAR. These other cryptos do well because of XRP, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all those would do too. So they're trying to keep it down. Even these Bitcoin ETF announcements are keeping Bitcoin and the entire crypto market down right now, even though it's crazy, bullish, or exciting news. But now what would be more likely to pump the price? We'll talk about it just a second, guys. Before I do that though, make sure you check this out. I actually went over to BitGet to kind of talk with them about giving you guys something. There's apparently a little spin prize type of wheel. I'll put the link for that down below, where basically, whatever you do there, you get a spin, and these spins can give you different sorts of rewards. Just check it out. And with Bybit, I also, discussed a little with them, like, give my people some. You get a free trade. Well, actually, you get $1,125 position, so an $1,125 contract for absolutely free with the link I'll leave down below. However, there's differences. With Bybit, you need to obviously KYC and everything, so not everybody can use it. I believe BitGet, right? A lot of people could just use it with the VPN very simply. But yeah, check it out. Links are down below. I'd say there's two things. One, I think Ripple partnering up with some new companies is getting a lot of people excited. It's just the truth. There's a lot of bullish momentum for something that Ripple just posted that we're going to dive a little bit deeper into later. But they basically said the value of cross-border payments is expected to reach $250 trillion by 2027. And the advantages of global payments powered by crypto are readily apparent. Further, more than half of global payments and treasury professionals point to faster payments and cost savings as the top 2 reasons to incorporate crypto into their cross-border payments business. This comes from Ripple's new value report, which was posted only a couple hours ago. And this, from a timing perspective, makes sense. This was posted 8 hours ago, and the pump started, I think, about 10 or so hours ago. So it doesn't perfectly make sense, but it could be a coincidence that Ripple posts, hey, we've got some good stuff coming up, the banks and everything coming up, trillions of dollars in our system that we basically are going to take over. Hint, hint. And it could have caused some excitement for the market. Obviously, that could have. But I personally think a lot of it has to do with Fednow. I went on to YouTube, right? I did a stream for a couple of hours, and what I noticed was everybody is talking about Fednow that's launching tomorrow. Like, the majority of people are saying, this pump must have been caused by Fednow. And perhaps that's just a little FOMO wave, where I could definitely see a world where right now we're only pumping purely because of fundamentals. I mean, at the end of the day, this is also the next extension wave we need to get to, right? You can see how those 2 lines basically overlap as, well, taking it from the initial swing low to our swing high. The extension comes right across that line. That's where we just got rejected at, basically. But most importantly, that's the line we need to cross. And I'd say from this further extension, right about 86 cents or so, if we get close to that area, we're in the clear. Maybe, perhaps, people are noticing that too. But in reality, I think more of it is relying on Fednow, and that people are just hyping it up and getting exciting, because even if you just look through Twitter, you type in Fednow XRP, the amount of articles, the amount of things coming out right now, the amount of excitement regarding it is extremely high. You see, even Carry On here says, XRP moving up. I think it's the Fednow rumors, but if true, it will be a huge win for Ripple and for crypto. I feel like XRP at $1 is the minimum you'd expect to sit once this all stabilizes. And yeah, people are noticing all those connections between Ripple partnered companies and Fednow, and those official connections, yeah, they're boosting the spirits. They're making people very excited. And perhaps in the background, there's also some excitement from the people just that the SEC is getting some shit on top of their head. Perhaps that's getting people excited too. But I'm not so sure now that Ripple actually won on the XRP basis, why it matters whatever these people say towards the SEC. The only argument I can make there is that perhaps people are afraid of the SEC seeking for an appeal, seeking for some revenge, or seeking for further cases. And the fact that these Congress people are now turning against the SEC perhaps will make it easier for Ripple to get full-on clarity, or to not get a sort of appeal, or not get a sort of fine. And so the moment that they try to make a new bill right now, the Torres bill, yeah, perhaps that's what's getting them off guard of, okay, let's get bullish on XRP again, because, well, you see, SEC is getting completely destroyed after XRP did all this stuff, yada, yada. And by the way, it's not only the English-speaking crowd. There's also over in Japan. I could only read Fednow and XRP, so I'm not exactly sure what he's saying, but we can translate. July 20th, the deadline for President Trump's appearance. Some other stuff. Only system problems. Protocol 20 open problems solved by using Fednow virtual currency XRP system. Conditions for RV activation have been met. Storm is coming. Yada, yada, yada. People are just excited, Again, I still think it's all a manipulation tactic, because even something else that happened just now that usually would have been extremely bullish for Bitcoin, presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr., even though I think he's also a puppet with the way he announces his things, but anyway, announces a plan to back the US dollar with Bitcoin if elected in 2024. It is quite peculiar, right? Or could it just be that right now there are 2 million transactions every now for XRP? Nick posted, the stage is set and the world is watching. XRPs define all odds. Panic is setting in those who expected a loss. 2 million XP is being traded per minute right now. We have broken past 80 cents. I have echoed this is just the beginning for the past few days. Patience for the XP community is paying off, and in my opinion, we'll continue to. We are number one trading on CMC, and trading volumes have been surging ever since the case announcement happened. I think I speak for everyone holder when I say let's freaking go. And I mean, yeah, XRP volumes this week have been higher than our Bitcoins, and there's 2 more things. Uphold, CEO of Uphold, announces a plan to integrate Uphold Ledger with XRP Ledger, launching a self-custodian wallet built on the XRP Ledger, which is pretty huge, could be nice. Or perhaps it's Ripple's new partnership with Futureverse. Now, do I care about Futureverse? Absolutely not. But apparently, Futureverse runs on the Root network, an EVM-compliant network that uses XRP for validated rewards, staking gas, and yada, yada, yada. So I guess, for XRP-wise, it's pretty nice. And even Mason said these guys have partnered with the Futureverse. So many important names. Yeah, perhaps this is actually not as small as it might seem. And so for a utility perspective, I'm also just putting it out there that, yeah, this is pretty big. Futureverse is also partnered, I think, with FIFA and a couple other huge names out there. So yeah, that could have also been a little bit of excitement for it. So what do I think is going to happen to XRP? Up, 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 up. It's as simple as that. It's getting simpler and simpler every motherfreaking day, guys. Short term, you can actually get some juicy trades in, but long term, guys, I don't think there's anything else to do except for just buy more, get my long position funded even more, go absolutely crazy because I know what I hold, and the faith that I keep getting just keeps increasing. You know, it's turning from a good probability of just absolute success to almost inevitable, and I think it will take time. It's patience, but you can see Bitcoin's price is being kept deliberately low. XRP's price being kept deliberately low. I think the moment they open the floodgates, which might actually cause or happen because they just cannot contain it anymore. The moment that we, for example, cross one of these barriers, it might just be go time, and that's all I wanted to say for this video. If you're not done yet, make sure you've got that notification bell on, click, and make sure you press the like button on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again in another one later today, but just know I'm extremely bullish.